negotiations taking place between the IMF and, well, the troika of different bodies who've lent money to them and to the Greeks, and I think the Greeks will win the negotiation, and I'm willing to go on the line for this, because with only some time to go during the negotiations, with the Greeks going, please, give us bail us out, bail us out, bail us out, all they need to do, they've got one card that the Greeks can play, which is they can play that music, which means you will eventually, because it just starts like it's just quietly in the background, just slowly, give us some money, no. Give us some money, no. Give us some money, no. And then over time, slowly the pressure builds on this music until eventually it's like, give us some money, no. Give us some money, no. Give us some money, no. And eventually, I believe it gets us faster and faster until, you know, give us some money, 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 go, and then go, have the cash, take the cash and go. Leave me alone, it's just fine. Really, I just wanted you to spend the rest of the evening going... Ding, 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 ding.
Could you hear that as well? It weren't there for a second. Can we play the music again?
Oh, I love the music. Yeah, let's hear it. One more time. The middle bit.
Just be so strong. Oh, my God, this is so fun. They're going too fast.
Table take our combined weight.
Just split the table over, Jeff. We'll try. I'm sure the people of Greece will be absolutely delighted.
Is it, according to legend, how much of you is your head?
Yes. It should be noted.
I'll tell you what it could be, Ansu. What proportion of that team have I seen completely butt naked?
Yeah. We used to share a flat and I used to get bored and get in your bed.
I didn't live with Rob permanently. This is an Edinburgh Festival situation. I don't want people to think that we had actually cohabited on a permanent basis. But what did happen was... So Rob used to get naked all the time. He would windmill. Do you know...
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
It was more like the propeller on an Airfix plane.
Windy Miller's here again! Windy Miller!
You know, it's fascinating.
Windy Miller! Windy Miller isn't the... Windy Miller isn't the thing that... He's a little man who walked through. Who was the little man who's walking through your penis?
Well, so Rob was backstage at the show. He knew that I hated this whole naked thing. I said, thank you very much, I've been Ramesh Rangnath, that's how I usually finish a show. And then I put the mic in stand, turn around, Rob's waiting in the wings, windmilling his arse off again.
Surprise! Windy Miller's back!
Is windmilling just waving it about, or is there something more technical?
You're not actually grinding corn or anything. It's just...
So it serves no practical purpose.
It doesn't.
It's not driving our economy in any way.
No. At no point will Rob make bread.
What are the chances? What are the chances if you put wings on that you could get unpowered flight? Do you think?
I've got quite a small cock, so I don't.
Do you think that if you had a big one, it would be possible?
I'm a dreamer.
Our next round is called Newsreel, replaying a recent piece of footage featuring people in the news and asks you to suggest what might be being said. This week's clip features the Prime Minister.
Well, lovely to see you, David. Oink, oink.
Lovely to see you too, Angler. Particularly because when the car pulled up, I thought you were Nicola Sturgeon. Terrible woman. Anyway, loving the jacket. Have you come as one of the minions?
I'm wearing yellow because it's the colour of Nick Clegg and I know how much you miss him. Also, it's the colour of mustard you might have on pork.
Oh, what, that silly thing? Oh, that's a plinth, small enough to hold the names of every refugee we haven't let in from Syria. Anyway, over to you, Angler.
Thank you very much, David. There are many things. Germans would like to teach Britain how to make a decent car, how to falsify emissions records.
Oh, God, I can't help daydreaming. I wonder how Porky is now.
Most I want to talk about the European referendum. You plan to renegotiate, then hold an in-out referendum. This is wrong. It should be in-out, then shake it all about. Well, thank you, Angela. That's certainly the approach I took in Oxford all those years ago. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Moving on, what has the government launched for worried parents this week?
Oh, it's a kind of instructions on the acronyms your kid might be using on the internet?
Yes, it is. It's a guide for parents and presumably also paedophiles as to what acronyms children are using online.
So it'd be like naked in front of the computer is one of them?
Yeah, NIFC is naked in front of the computer, yeah.
They're living very different lives to when I was a teenager. The only time I was naked in front of the computer is if I took a shower halfway through playing Championship Manager.
P999 means parents, alert. MOS means mother over shoulder. Yeah. Which presumably means like she's staring over the shoulder rather than, oh. Can't text now, got my mother over my shoulder.
MOOS is member of the other sex.
Yes.
Or presumably mother over other shoulder.
Bloody hell, coming down with the mothers on the shoulder here. Jesus Christ. Whose mother are you two, anyway?
Are parents not just going to get paranoid of every single acronym they read
absolutely.
now? Just going like, oh, I think my son's doing ganja, cocaine, speed and ecstasy. No, he's doing his GCSEs. That's what he's doing.
They'll read it like a text and at the end of it it's just say bye. What's this mean? What's this mean at the end of the text? What's it mean? BYE. Bring your erection. What is it? Read it!
Bring your erection.
That classic booty call of bring your erection.
Have you ever been there and you've forgotten it? Oh, no.
Oh, that's my erection at home.
Don't think about coming round here without your erection again.
The only revenge, really, for parents is to turn and go, yeah, you think you've got a code for that? You think you're not the only one with a code. Remember that weekend that you're staying with your grandmothers because we were going to a school reunion? Oh, no, you and your mum. Boom! That's all we're doing, right? Trying to describe it to you. Yeah, that's what we did. We booked a hotel somewhere. That's all we did. Yeah.
And do you remember when we told you that your dog went to the farm?
Yeah. Me and your mum. Boom! Here's a picture of Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn this week. So what's going on here?
Is this the beginning of the world's most harrowing sex education lesson?
Launching the new Trident replacement?
Is it just him going, ladies?
Did you just do that in my voice?
That's what I think is a really sexy voice,
Oh,
Josh.
cheers,
so
mate,
it's really
cheers.
good.
Yeah.
Has the marrow entered Jeremy Corbyn in a funny-looking vegetable competition?
Is this a photo of the last two leaders of the Labour Party?
Corbyn defects to the Greens.
Lovely work.
Thanks.
Too right.
I think that's the first joke I've done in 3 years on it.
Not just on air.
Is he saying new debating rules? We can only speak when we are holding the marrow.
This is a photo of a politician and a really big vegetable. Two of the only things that wear rosettes.
Is it Jeremy Corbyn's party piece? And he says, I intend to close the conference by playing Jerry Rafferty's Baker Street on my marrow.
Oh, if you just mind if you played air saxophone on a marrow, that would be the finest.
That's the only way he'll join in with the national anthem is on a novelty marrow sax.
Very good. That would be great. That would be great. That would be great.
Is it Corbyn recreating the dick pic he sent to Diane Abbott?
Look, it looks like a massive penis of a man who is hiding in that tree.
Sure, it's difficult time.